Alright, I just got done my second watch of the Sony Showcase 2023, and yeah, I'm underwhelmed. I have the full game list up here on my computer, and it was honestly, for its length and rewatching it, because if you look it up on YouTube right now, there's 49 minutes, I believe, of just dead air. So if you want to watch it yourself, go to Sony's YouTube channel. Skip ahead about 50 minutes, and I'm gonna go through some of these games here. They're, as you can tell in my voice, I'm not really that excited, and it's because the trailers just didn't really show any gameplay. A lot didn't give any exact release dates. It's fall, 2023, sometime in 2024. But yeah, it was mostly just CGI, cutscene trailers. Don't really know what Fair Games, the first one, was about. Then you go into Helldivers 2, which really just seemed like they should just say it's Starship Troopers 2. It seems like the exact same promo that they did in the movie, and that had giant bugs invading. It just seemed like a more comical version. I don't want to sound too crazy about Phantom Blade Zero. Kind of remind me of an old Mortal Kombat campaign, which is pretty good if they can really just do it. Now what bothers me is with these types of trailers, and because I'm again just have a list right next to me, I'm going down. The one that that was just kind of just like a short episode, Neva. I learned more from Nintendo's tweet after the showcase than I did from the trailer about what the game is about. And that really shouldn't happen. This idea of a vague trailer that you don't know what you're actually playing, these are supposed to be hype. And I just thought, why? Why? What is this game? Why would I play it? And it reminded me of Extinction, and it seems like that's kind of what it's like. Yeah, it just really didn't sell it. Now, one that did get me excited that I haven't seen before, and it's a total Splatoon ripoff, but if you're trying to sell me on a game, it's gotta be exciting, it's gotta be fun. Foam Stars. It's clearly Splatoon, but it just looked entertaining, and that should be what you get from video games. Just the characters are having fun in it. It looks entertaining to play. Yeah, I keep saying entertaining. Looking off into to where I usually have the camera, but yeah, that's a fun one. And another one that came out that I wasn't expecting, The Plucky Squire. That actually has interesting gameplay. Different forms of the worlds, coming from a 2D book to a pseudo 2D, but it's a 3D world. Yeah, that looks fun to play. And I know I don't talk about PlayStation much because I invested in the Xbox, whole console system, and B, I haven't really seen much of a difference between the games, and that's something that I've also had problems with this showcase. It seemed like there were a lot of games that weren't PlayStation exclusive, and to me, PlayStation is the one that has exclusives these days. And I know there's a few Xbox ones, but Xbox is clearly trying to get Game Pass on as many systems as possible. So I was really looking for, this is on PS5. This is why you should buy a PS5. Hopefully, being the third year, as Jim Ryan said, prices will come down, on used. I'm surprised that there wasn't a PlayStation Pro. Just like the PS4 Pro, PS5 Pro, or something like that, or even a Slim. Um, I'll get into the hardware that they did. Not again, not that exciting, but yeah, this is. I'm not even. I'm underwhelmed. I'm not whelmed. um, an, Another example of, didn't realize until and this is a game that should be popular, and just didn't realize till the end because it had all these animals going through a jungle. It was the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. At the very end, it's like, oh, there he is. Why did I have to watch a bunch of animals fight? Whatever. Um, yeah. Now, a game that I am kind of leaning towards, like, oh, maybe I should get a PlayStation, is the Towers of Aqaba. It looks really cool. It reminds me of Age of Empires. It reminds me of the old Sim games, before just the Sims, Sim City, Sim Earth, where you have to like populate this planet, and it seems open world. I hope that it's completely open world, and you get choices that kind of affect the environment. That looked cool. Final Fantasy 16 looked cool. I know there was a little bit of controversy on the coverage of it, but yeah, it looked really good. It looked really, really good. Another one, as I'm just going through it, they went through a lot of VR stuff, and to be honest, I tried VR a long time ago, and kind of hurt myself because I was moving around a lot, so I haven't really done it. I haven't had a VR set in a long time. Um, there was one that I did find that seemed pretty entertaining. I don't see it here. Dang, I don't see it here. It was a zombie game, and literally the character was kind of entertaining, kind of like Zombieland, and it was having fun while you were playing. And I'm surprised I don't see it on this list that I have here. Come on, Polygon. But it does have a Resident Evil 4, and it kind of looks like what you expect VR to be like. More immersive. I don't really like the floating hands. I think we should be past that by now. Bungie showing Marathon, not just Destiny 2. Looks like something I do want more in games is like actual co-op, not just the battle royale. I'm still annoyed by Halo Infinite. I really am. Still so annoyed. But before I get to the last game, because it's the game that everyone's going to talk about, I want to talk about Project Q. A little while ago, I did a video on how cloud gaming is the future, and there has been rumors of a Sony handheld, which I have been arguing for a long time, that there needs to be an actual Sony handheld. A Sony handheld or an Xbox. I was expecting Sony because of the PSP and the PS Vita. Well, they're going to deliver on that, and it's called Project Q, and it's based on streaming off your Xbox over Wi-Fi. And they didn't say if it had to be local Wi-Fi or you could access it on some public Wi-Fi at a friend's house. That wasn't done there, but here we are with game streaming, cloud services, and I am disappointed in it because I was hoping that it wouldn't just be just a link off the PlayStation 5. I was hoping it'd be more like Game Pass, where Sony is building up this library that you can play anywhere. It doesn't matter where. But it feels right now kind of like the old gamepad for the Wii U. Like you have to be kind of near it. So, and then they have earbuds. Do we all have to make earbuds? Like Sony, you make a bunch of headphones. I can see a pair of your headphones right behind me. You don't need the PlayStation branding on it. But they did save their best for last, and that was Spider-Man 2. And that was a long trailer with actual gameplay. And I feel like that's what made it especially good, is that it was actual gameplay. And it looks really cool. Stories Kraven the Hunter and his hunt. and you can see where they're taking things from the comics. You get the symbiote. You know, Peter Parker is wearing the black suit, which was in Kraven's Last Hunt, and it looks amazing. It really does. Like, I wish I had a PS5 just for this, just for that game, which I have bought consoles before for one game. That's why I have a 3DS, because I bought it for Pokemon. And I know I have been moving more towards, getting back on the PC. I might have to look into that. Or maybe, I don't know if it's going to be cross-platform. And it had great gameplay footage, like the battle scenes, the mechanics, the switch between Peter Parker and Miles Morales, regular Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. I was a little annoyed with kind of the story, and I understand why it is the way it is. You're basically facing most of Kraven's grunts, which makes sense of just how the game is designed. I kind of, as someone who loved the comic books, it's like you want to see Spider-Man versus Kraven. But I understand, and I really hope that Kraven's really going after all these people. And I kind of wonder how it's going to tie into, the Spider-Verse movies, because they do have, these costumes in the Spider-Verse movies. So that was pretty exciting. I wish more of the games kind of had that gameplay and more hype. I do not see why this showcase needed to be so long. I think they could have broken up a little bit. I don't think they needed all the trailers, and yeah, I'm agreeing with a lot of the other reviewers. This is kind of a C average here. Not incredibly horrible, not incredibly great. Again, my voice is kind of telling it all, like monotone, underwhelmed, at best whelmed, and that's definitely a Young Justice reference there. So check it out. I would say check out just the individual trailers. That'd probably be a lot smarter, because there was a lot of nothing burgers. So I hope Sony does something. I know Xbox has one in June. I hope they don't do the same thing. I was debating about making a video. I feel like this is kind of why you need an E3, to hype up these games, to have developers hyping up their games. I just didn't feel it. And I haven't felt the Nintendo Directs that much. So, yeah, it's a solid C performance, Sony. I'm hoping to see something more, and hopefully Xbox does it. So tell me your thoughts in the comments. Like, dislike. I might make a longer video. I did, record all the trailers, maybe a little bit deeper into it. I kind of want to see more specs for the Project Q, because cloud gaming is the future. It really is, and that's the argument that prevented the UK from approving the Xbox Activision deal right off the bat. So, yeah, hit me up in the comments. Like, dislike. Check out my video on cloud gaming. I think I'm just throwing this up there with the intro. I don't think it's going to be anything like edited, and my editing isn't that great. So you made it to the end. You're a special person. We love you. Bye.